Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com, your daily market recap. Back in China, back to normal. Like, subscribe, let's see the charts. After 3 consecutive days, 3 dojis, bulls of SPY woke up, broke above, close above, almost the high of the day, above the 473, this orange trend line. Now we are over next to this one, together with the 481. This is a bullish market. The bulls are super strong for now, so don't fight the trend. Don't try to predict where the top is. Don't go short until you will see the top. And for now, the top might be tomorrow, might be next week, might be at the 500. No one knows. Don't fight the trend. All you need to do is follow price. Use Fibonacci levels to show you where are the support and resistance for future price action. And as long as SPY is following these orange trend lines, the way is up. Doesn't matter the fear or greed, doesn't matter RSI, doesn't matter where the VIX is. The only things that matters is where SPY is heading, following price, using trend lines and Fibonacci levels. QQQ struggling with this yellow trend line, but it's a good struggle. Why? We already know that there is such a thing as a good resistance. This yellow trend line is the perfect example of a good resistance. This is a resistance for higher highs since September 3 months ago, and since then Qs are grinding up, whether below or breaking up above, and will follow this yellow trend line to the upside. And as long as this yellow trend line is intact, we are going north. 412 and then 421. Qs super strong, new all-time highs each and every day that goes by. As you can see, this was all-time highs, but in the past 2 days, we have new closing all-time highs. Nothing stops the Qs. Don't fight the trend. This is why we use trend lines. The trend is your friend. Follow the trend lines and they will show you future roadmap for price action. Dow Jones, same thing as the SPY, breaking up above after 3 days where bulls slept, woke up super strong towards this orange trend line. This orange trend line shows us the way from higher lows towards higher highs. This trend line, as long as Dow is following this trend line, the way is up above this orange trend line. We will see 381 and 391. Can we get 400 on the Dow in the last few days of 2023? IWM finally breaking above the 200. This 200, we have talked about it in the past few weeks or so. We are talking about this 200 since April of 2022. Look at this. Every time price of IWM tried, failed. The difference between this breakout and this breakout over here at August 2022, this breakout closed almost the high of the day. Bulls of IWM looks very strong towards the 210 and 223. Bitcoin, as you can see, we have Fibonacci to let us know where Bitcoin is the next resistance, where is the support. Above all this area, the 42, 43 area, very tough resistance for Bitcoin. 41, 350, very important area of support. All this area, the 40, 400 and the 41, 350, all this area of support. All this area of resistance. So long continuation of Bitcoin only above this area. Short continuation, retracement, cool off below this area. Until then, Bitcoin is moving sideways. Ethereum broke below a very important line of support. Now bulls of Ethereum needs to get priced back up and above this orange trend line, above the 22. Otherwise, we are heading south towards the 2030 as the next support. Gold basically moving sideways, nothing much. Long continuation above 2060. Crude oil. Surprised? I'm not. You know these two red zones, the support zone, the resistance zone. Few days back, we said that we are expecting a bounce from this red zone towards this red zone, and here we are. Now let's see if crude oil bulls can take us above this red zone. This red zone is a very tough resistance since September, as you can see, sliding down. Only a weekly close above this red zone, and then we might go back to the 80. KRE, 1.5% to the upside. This gap is still open. More than 85-90% of all gaps needs to get filled, and this one is not excluded. This gap needs to get filled before the next leg up towards the 57 gap. KRE all around looks very, very strong. Natural gas futures, we had a gap over here. As we said, no open gaps on futures. This gap got filled. Long continuation above 260. Then we shall see 282 to the upside. We can also take Fibonacci, and Fibonacci gives us everything that we need for future support and resistance. By the way, for those who don't know me, my name is Tamir. I'm a 7 years full-time trader. You can look at my Fibonacci-Traders.com website. Everything you want about me, about my live one-on-one mentorship program, about the 6 hours pre-recorded program. Basically, both programs are the same. This one is live with me. 4 sessions on my exact approach from A to Z, how I look at charts, how I trade, how I manage risk, mental resilience, everything customized to you. Or, if you prefer the pre-recorded, 6 hours, you will get everything that you need. And, moreover, you will get lifetime access for support, guidance, and all Discord channels. Support and guidance from me until you will become a professional trader. And by the way, if you want to become a professional swing trader, you can still hold your 9-to-5 job, your daily job. 2 sources of income. Perfectly fine. I will teach you step by step how to do it until you will have the full confidence in yourself and in your strategy that suits you, and how to become a professional trader. And of course, we have the Fibonacci Traders Discord. This is the Discord. If you choose to join us on the one-on-one live or the pre-recorded, you will gain access, lifetime access for all these channels. Most importantly, you will get access lifetime for premium room, exclusive requests, premium room, especially for day trading, exclusive requests for swing trading. All your questions will be answered quickly. Let's go over the SOXX, 3 consecutive days below the 576, above the 560, long continuation above the 576 towards the 600 area. Let's see where SOXX is heading. XLE still below the 85 area, above the 85, where price of XLE might be heading next. No need any other lagging indicators. Believe me, but if you don't want to believe me, test it for yourself. All these indicators, without any exceptions, they're all lagging. I've been there. I've done that. 2 years. I've spent lots of money. thousands and thousands of hours to research the best indicator. Surprise, surprise, there is none. Just look left, where price came from, why it's here, use trend lines, and if you want, you can also take Fibonacci. Fibonacci will let you know above this area we are heading towards the 86.50 and then 88. That's it. All the rest of the indicators are just purely lagging. Apple holding nicely above the 195.80. Now let's see bulls of Apple, continuation, the uptrend above the 200 and then towards this orange trend line. Can we get 2023 closing on Apple above 205? Let me know in the comments below, or any other comments, any other suggestions that you think might improve this channel. This channel is solely for you, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to learn how to become a better trader, not just how to look at charts. Anybody can look at charts. Anyone can draw Fibonacci. Anyone can draw lines. The difficulty is how we trade it. It's a big, big difference. So check the links in the description below. I promise you, if you are committed to the process, I will be 100% committed to your success. Meta from support zone, resistance zone. As you can see, this zone is support, this zone is resistance, still inside an uptrend channel until proven otherwise. Google, what's going on with Google? Nothing much. Very, very difficult price action on Google. Long continuation above the 138.30. Until then, we have trend line that helps us to identify we have lower highs since the high of October. So long continuation only above this trend line, above the 138. Netflix, nothing stops this beast, and now Netflix is heading towards this 507 gap. Let's mark it like this. Breaking above this trend line, 507 gap will be next. But we have this gap to the downside, we have this gap to the downside, we have this gap to the downside, and we have another major gap over here. Remember, more than 85-90% of all gaps will get filled throughout time. No one knows when, but they will. Check it out. Where to next on Netflix? 508, as you can see, Fibonacci gives us the next resistance. Not surprising, it's this opening gap. Above the 508, we are heading towards the 543 to the upside. Amazon with a doji below a trend line. Once again, all across my channel, all across these videos. Great example of why we need to follow only trend lines and Fibonacci. That's it. Once you master candlestick analysis on multi-time frames, Fibonacci, trend lines, you can trade whatever you want, whether it's futures, ETFs, Forex, Bitcoin, cryptos in general, stocks, day trading, swing trading, long or short. Only one program. Commit to the process, and I will be 100% commit to your success. Nvidia, long continuation above the 505, 505, very tough resistance. Not surprising, it's the all-time highs. All-time highs always gives problem to price, but once bulls of Nvidia will succeed to close above the 505, preferably this week, closing above it, we will see continuation towards where? 540 and 583, and then you can take trend line to show you from support, resistance, resistance. So, by natural things of price action, next resistance above the 505 is the 540 area, together with this orange trend line. Take 1 second, hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because we are going live. Pre-market preparation live are back, full power today. Tomorrow, to be more exactly, 8:30. It's my today. It's your tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We will go live. Q&A, preparing for 2024 Microsoft. Still struggling with the 374 area, long continuation above it, and we will meet 384 below 366. We can start taking some short towards where? Don't guess. You have Fibonacci levels to the downside and to the upside to manage your risk accordingly. Shopify during hours broke up and above this broadening formation, but if we take a look on a lower time frame, we can see what happened. Started the day very strong, and then came this hour to the downside, and then just move sideways. Closed the day with a doji, some kind of a doji. Now let's see if this tail, if this week, price can feel it tomorrow and Friday. Let's see where Shopify will head towards the end of the week. Tesla going towards the 261 area. Above it, we will see 280. Let's clean the chart a little bit, if you let me. You have here higher highs. Connect these higher highs with a trend line, and then you will see this trend line held here support, held here resistance, held here support. You see, it's all about trend lines. Now let's see if Tesla can break up and above. You have here the broadening formation, the yellow trend line, together with this resistance zone, gives us broadening formation. This is why we always say broadening formation is the only formation where price moves in, aggregates, moves. Now, above this, where Tesla might be heading next. Don't guess. Above this yellow trend line, above the 260, we will see 276 and then 300. Can we get Tesla another 16% to the upside by the end of 2023? For Tesla, it's just another Tuesday. Can we get it? Let me know in the comments below. AMD 142 area, giving a hard time for AMD bulls. Look at this. Since last week, AMD bulls failing to close above the 142 area. We need AMD to close above it this week. Otherwise, we will see retracement towards back to the 131.50 and then 128. Overall, bulls are in full control. Don't fight the trend. Follow price. Use trend lines to show you the way. And as long as price is following a trend line that goes from low left to right high, we are heading north. So I hope you found this video helpful and educational. If you did, like, subscribe. Don't forget to check the links in the description below for more educational resources. Until the 8:30 live, stay safe.